To order. Councilman DeGlima, would you please call the roll?
Mayor West,
Present.
Mayor Kaplan, Mayor Gray. Present.
Supervisor Hippel.
Here.
Mayor Jones.
Present.
Mayor Alexander. Present. Mayor Hux.
Present.
Mayor Glover. Present. Supervisor Cornwell. Mayor Newman. Here. Mayor Dyer.
Here.
Mayor Pond. Here. Supervisor Shepherd. Here. Senator Lucas.
Here.
Senator Locke.
Present.
Delegate Tato. Delegate Anthony.
Here.
Delegate Glass. Board Member Smith. Administrative Engineer Hall.
Here.
Director Robinson. Director Edwards.
Thank you. Next, we need a motion to approve the proposed agenda today.
Motion for approval.
Thank you, Mr.
Second.
Whipple. Who's second? Thank you very much. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Glimmer, do we have, Mr. Page, do we have anyone here for public comments?
No, sir, we do not have anyone that has signed up to speak, nor have we received any written comments since the last meeting.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. Also, I know you all are aware that the HRTAC representative from the Isle of Wight Supervisor William McCarthy passed away on January the 25th, 2025. And after a brief illness, Supervisor McCarthy was a member of HRTAC Finance Committee and a strong advocate for the region having a primary and secondary road fund to expand HRTAC's role in providing regional solutions to address our transportation challenges. This is our first meeting since the passing of Mr. McCarthy, and I'd like for us all to take just a moment to observe a moment of silence in his honor. Thank you very much. In accordance with the adopted bylaws of the commission, I'm announcing that I have appointed Mayor Alexander, Supervisor Hippel, and Mayor Glover to serve as the members of the nominating task force, nominating committee tasked to develop a slate of officers to be presented for the 2026 elections, which will be conducted on June the 12th, 2025 at our annual organizational meeting. Next is the consent agenda. Mr. Page, would you please?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before you today is 5A, the minutes of the December 12th, 2024 regular meeting, and 5B, the establishment of other post-employment benefits, OPEB trust.
We have a motion, please.
Motion for approval.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll go on to the action item, sir, if that
Yes,
pleases you.
thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Moving forward into the action items, 6A is the fiscal year 2026 administrative and project development budget. To bring to your attention the details in your board packet today, the proposed budget of $6,143,127 includes an overall decrease of $543,666 as compared to the existing budget that's currently underway, primarily to lower debt financing activities. It also includes a 3% cost of living increase for the 5 current full-time employees of the commission. Of this $6,143,127 budget is shared with the Hampton Roads Transportation Fund and also the Hampton Roads Regional Transit Fund, and the fiscal impact in relation to that action item is shared proportionately, as you'll see in the budget that's before you. In doing so, sir, there's an endorsement for the budget and also authorization for me to conduct a public hearing on behalf of the commission. I'll turn the floor over to Mr. Hippel, if that's okay with you, sir, to report out the activities of the Finance Committee this morning on this item.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This morning,
We also conducted Mr. Page's evaluation. After reviewing Mr. Page's many achievements and contributions over the last year and including the last 10 years, the Finance Committee unanimously adopted a resolution that Mr. Page's performance has exceeded our expectations, and we recommend a one-time bonus of $50,000. I have asked Councilor Glima to include the language in the proposed motion related to the proposed budget to support this item, sir. Thank you very much. That's my reporting out.
We have a motion for approval.
Needs to read the motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Gleamer, would you please read the motion?
Yes, sir. The motion reads as follows. The commission endorses the proposed HRTAC fiscal year 2026 administrative and project development budget, amended to increase it by $50,000 for the one-time bonus of that amount, which shall be paid to Mr. Page, and authorizes the executive director to conduct a public hearing on the proposed HRTAC fiscal year 2026 administrative and project development budget.
Thank you. A motion, please.
Motion for approval?
Second? Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next item.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Item 6C before you in your board packet is the fiscal year 2026 through fiscal year 2031 Plan of Finance Update, 6-year operating and capital program of projects, and related FY 2026 schedule of debt service. In the board packet, you will find that not only is there a detail of the upcoming program, we're adding fiscal year 2031 to the Plan of Finance, which completes out any increases that we've had in the Hampton Roads Express Lanes network, and also includes the items necessary to move forward with the Denby Boulevard interchange and also the Independence Boulevard interchange, as well as the I-64, 464 interchange improvements phase that is currently underway. And just as a moment of focus for the board is that there are two very critical studies underway that Mr. Hall and his team will have better finality on for both the Independence Boulevard interchange and also up, I believe it's at Bowers Hill. So those of you who have those two projects in your jurisdiction, stay tuned. We'll probably be back in December to talk about that. So, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to turn the floor back over to you for any questions and then on to Mr. Hippel for his report out.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, Mr. Hippel?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Finance Committee discussed this item this morning at our meeting, and we recommend the commission approve this item at this time. Thank you, sir.
Do we need a motion?
Yes.
Could I have a motion for approval, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, 6C, sir, is the FY 2026 through FY 2031 Plan of Finance Update, 6-year operating and capital program of projects for the transit regional high priority projects moving forward with Hampton Roads Transit. As you all know, the HRTAC program supports HRT. The fiscal impact that you'll find in this 6-year Plan of Finance Update includes operational costs to continue the operations of the regional backbone service, and also continue the bus stop amenity program, as well as moving forward with some adjustments to some bus purchases that they currently have underway. Mr. Hippel, Chair of the Finance Committee, had discussions today, sir, so I will turn the floor back over to you for any questions, and on to Mr. Hippel for his report out, and then back to you for Mr. Ngalima's reading of the motion. Thank you.
Are there any questions or comments? Mr. Hippel?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Finance Committee also met on this one this morning and discussed the items and want to move this for approval at this time to the committee. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Glema?
Motion reads as follows. The commission endorses the proposed fiscal year 2026, fiscal year 2031 Plan of Finance Update, 6-year operating capital program projects, transit regional high priority projects as an update to the HRTAC adopted 2025-2030 financial plan, and authorize the executive director to conduct a public hearing and report back public comments for consideration in the commission's action, which action is expected to be taken not later than at its June 19, 2025 annual organizational meeting.
Could I have a motion and second for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Next item, Mr. Page.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Agenda item 6D is an action item before you. This is the 2045 long-range plan of finance update for the region's high-priority highway projects and also the Hampton Roads Regional Transit Fund projects for Hampton Roads Transit. You will find in your packet that the 2045 program represents $11,944,000,000 in regional congestion relief projects for the highway programs, and then $945 million in transit projects. This is a recurring item that comes before the board annually. One item I will bring up to you, the commissioners, just to for their information, is that we are adding in the highway program the part-time shoulder lane striping of the high-rise bridge project between Bowers Hill and Interstate 464 interchange in Chesapeake. That means we'll be opening up that shoulder to now be a two-lane hot lane facility. Quite a few people pass me on the shoulder when I'm in those hot lanes, so they're already using that lane already. So maybe we'll wear that yellow striping out, Mr. Hall, and it'll already have the dash lines for you when you're ready. In addition to that, we made some adjustments as well through the program to fully fund the Hampton Roads Express Lanes network and complete that project we've started by 2030. So, Mr. Chairman, I'll turn the floor back over to you to go to Mr. Hippel, and then back to you over to Mr. Englema to read the motion. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Finance Committee discussed this item as well at our meeting this morning and recommended the commission for approval for this item. Thank you, sir.
Councilor Englema, would you please read the motion?
Yes, sir. The commission endorses the HRTAC 2045 long-range plan of finance update for the region's high-priority projects and the Hampton Roads Regional Transit Fund, and authorize the executive director to conduct a public hearing on the proposed HRTAC 2045 proposed long-range plan of finance update and report back public comments for consideration in the commission's action, which action is expected to be taken not later than at its June 19, 2025 annual organizational meeting.
Motion, please.
Motion for approval?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Next item.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Agenda item 6E in your board packet before you today is the HRTAC bond underwriter pool briefing and action. Just as background, underwriters assist the commission in the selling of its bonds on the open market. The underwriter pool had expired, the one that we had since 2018, moving forward with our bond packages. In that, we engaged PFM FA, our financial advisor, to work with us to receive proposals from the underwriter syndicates. We had 17 proposals. Of that, we worked through an evaluation looking at the work that had been done and conducted by these proposing parties in Virginia and also with HRTAC. Coming out of that, 14 out of the 17 were listed, and of those, 4 are the senior managers that have been with us recurring over time, and also being our senior managers on our other bond issuances. This is just a pool that this action will create today, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, and the actual selection of the underwriter will come in based on pricing proposals at the time of the issuance of debt. So from that, sir, I want to turn the floor back over to you for any questions. We also had Mr. Hippel will comment due to some actions and discussion with the Finance Committee about some activities of TD Bank. We are going to remove, the Finance Committee will speak to that, sir. We're removing TD Securities USA LLC from the Exhibit A of this action item. So Chair, back to you to Hippel to Councilor Englema.
Thank you, Mr. Page. Finance Committee recommendations, Mr. Hippel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And we did pull TD out of that group, so we will be voting on that with that not being part of the group. Our recommendation that we approve the rest of that is in that group. We talked about it this morning in our meeting and look to this group for approval. Thanks, sir.
Mr. Englema.
The motion is the commission approves the recommended group of bond underwriters set forth in the list attached as Exhibit A to the agenda item 6E briefing memo, amended to omit TD Securities USA LLC, which group will serve as the refreshed available HRTAC bond underwriting pool.
Mayor Glover, you still have your light on, so could I ask you for the motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you. A second? Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Agenda action item 6F in your package, an agenda package today, is the HRTAC custody services. HRTAC custody services contract was discussed at our December 12th, 2024 meeting of the Finance Committee. As I mentioned earlier about dealing with TD on the previous item, what was resulting from that is that the Finance Committee had asked the executive director and also our asset manager to work together to find a replacement for TD Bank and that relationship. What we did was working with Nelson Bush from Asset Management of PFM and also with the City of Norfolk. Thank you, Mayor, on that. We found that Principal Bank, which had taken over the Wells Fargo interest when they went out of the market. Principal came in, has been doing a great job with the running services that PFM is familiar with, and also the City of Norfolk gave a glowing review of the team over there. And again, thank you, Mayor, for that cooperative agreement. What that did for us was it allows us to go in and use the procurement services of in that process under the Virginia Procurement Act for cooperative services, and we're going to be engaging Principal based on the actions today to take over the operations and the custody services of our assets that are advised by PFM in the market. So back to you, sir, for any questions, and over to Mr. Hippel for his report, and then back to you and over to Councilor Klima.
Mr. Chair, we met on and discussed this item this morning and have recommended that the commission approve this item at this time. Thanks, sir.
Please read the motion, Councilor.
The commission authorized the executive director with the advice of the commission's general counsel and the commission's asset manager to, one, negotiate a custody services agreement with Principal Bank for a 1-year term with 4 successive 1-year option terms, and 2, execute and deliver the custody services agreement subject to the foregoing provisions as to form and term.
Can we have a motion, please? Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
All right, yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item 6G is the next action item in your agenda package before you today. Referencing the decision brief, this is the HRTAC IT services contract that we as the commission staff had our IT contract services contractor agreement end on February the 1st. We at the commission did an RFP for entertaining such. We ended up with 15, was it? We had 15 responses. 15 responses, 14 were actually came in within the time frame. So we evaluated 14, interviewed 3, and we found that the local services provided by Mode 5, which was our previous contractor, is who we felt was most appropriate to continue to provide the IT services to HRTAC. So before you is a motion and a report out, obviously, is the next action of activities for me to go back to you, sir, if there are any questions, and then Mr. Hippel will talk about what happened with Mode 5 today in the Finance Committee, and then over to Councilor Klima to read the motion. Thank you.
Any questions on this item? Seeing none, Mr. Hippel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Finance Committee also discussed this item this morning, and we recommend approval and move on to the commission. And then, Kevin, do you have anything to add as far as if any member wants to, what we discussed on the ability if they want to connect on to this group?
Sure. Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir.
And thank you for asking about that, because that was a topic of discussion today, and it was a good topic. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, we did the Virginia Public Procurement Act process in accordance with a cooperative funding agreement proposal. That means that if any jurisdiction wants to take a look at what we negotiated, we had 15 contractors across the entire United States. Mode 5 came out ahead of all of them, in our professional opinion, in the evaluation of those. And it's a local business right here. They still run an open help desk where you can physically go and actually get assistance if you need it. And they're also obviously part of the economic vitality and quality of life that we bring to everyone here in Hampton Roads. And they're also a small women and minority business, SWAM business. Thank you.
So you're recommending if anyone locality is interested to tag along?
Right. It could be just as easy as we just used Norfolk for principal coming to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Motion, please.
The motion is the commission, one, approves the issuance of an intent to award the contract to HRTAC IT service contractor recommended by the Finance Committee, specifically Mode 5. Two, approves the ultimate award of the contract. And three, authorize the executive director and HRTAC general counsel to work with the chair to execute the necessary contract.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Next is just general information, Mr. Page.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Before us, we have the, in your informational items, we have the HRTAC monthly financial report. You'll find, sir, the members of the commission, that we're in really good shape financially. We continue to be very liquid in our endeavors. Also, the VDOT project updates. Mr. Hall, do you want to give any comments? I think we're halfway through on the second tunnel already. I mean, it just seems like yesterday you just started boring it.
Not quite halfway. We're about 32% on the second tunnel, so we're still on track for a breakout of the second excavation August of this year. A couple other items to note. You'll start to see some traffic shifts on the Hampton River bridges starting in mid-April, and we'll have all the traffic shifted onto will be the rebuilt and widened westbound bridge, and we'll start to demolish the eastbound bridge there in Hampton over the Hampton River, as well as traffic shifts starting to take place, shifting traffic from the inside to the outside in the eastbound direction from Willoughby Spit all the way down to Patrol Road. So that's going to start to take place in the May-June timeframe as well. So those are some big items coming up this spring, summer. Thank you, sir.
Just in time for the summer.
There you go. I've got one other item, sir. Just want to remind everyone, there's and I believe this is the case for Harampa as well. It's Thursday, June 12th at 12:30 p.m. It's not the third Thursday, second Thursday in June. I want to say that the 19th is Juneteenth. I'm trying to remember in my mind on that. Thank you. I remember we moved it for that. So I wanted to acknowledge that. And I know, Mr. Chairman, one last item before adjournment. We have three members of our state legislature here today. I know that Delegate Jackie Class I think she's running late. I'd hate for her to show up and we all be done, but I know you wanted to say something about House Bill 2466 in the room here today.
I
So-
do. I want to just take a moment to just announce that it is now at on the governor's desk, waiting for approval. The Senate passed it unanimously, thanks to our delegation, particularly to Delegate Glass for all that she did in getting so many people on board with this item. So it was really, a lot of us thought it would not happen, and it did. And so we're very, very excited. I wish she were here so that we could let her know how much we appreciate it and how much, let you all know how much we appreciate what you did to help get this thing where it is. And hopefully he'll sign and we'll be moving on with this item. I think it's going to be good for our region for sure.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, if I could just add to that, there was an extreme amount of bipartisan support that came out of that, and also regional support, even at the committee level from Northern Virginia. I mean, it was really good to see other areas of the Commonwealth so much favor for this. And I think, and Senator Lucas, correct me, you were there on the floor. I think it was. We had one of our Senate members actually speak to the bill on the floor. And I think that was, it was really good because, the committee chair at the time was having trouble struggling with the bill, and someone said, here, let me give you a hand here, and got it done. So, and again, thank you for your support there on that unanimous vote. And also coming out of the House, two votes in the House, both had very strong majorities on the language. And just for everyone's information, if you haven't had a chance to read the bill because of the lifetime of the bill, obviously it started out, had some challenges because of where we were in the bill's first crafting. The TPO meeting, it was instrumental in adjusting that. There were several amendments and a technical amendment that came back to the House to right-size that to language only without the tax increase. So I want to thank everyone around the table for that and how nimble everyone was in cooperating with that. So, and thanks to all of you at the end of the table there for your support from your roles at the legislature. So thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Epple.
Thank you. I'd like to also comment on that and thank you for all your hard work and this team for all the hard work. And this is the only way we're going to move transportation. You know, it wasn't long ago, we were struggling trying to get an interstate built and widened and taken care of and all that. And now look how far we've come as a group. We're a gold mine, not only for Virginia, but for the entire United States on what we do and how we do things here in our region. And each and every member here ought to be very proud of all the hard work that gets put into these meetings and has things moving just to make life better for our citizens. It's not about what we believe in or what we think. We come together in all different walks of life in order to move transportation. So we definitely need this bill to move forward, especially for the areas that we can't afford to do anything with as far as our roads and our secondary roads, and we all need it. And there's never enough money. There never will be enough money. But this is one way we prove what we can do at this point with transportation in this region. Let's prove it again and show how much further we can advance the transportation for our citizens, because that's why we're here. We're here for our citizens. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I do think it was a good example of an issue that there wasn't complete agreement on, but we discussed it. We talked about our differences and came to a conclusion. And obviously that happened in the Senate, thanks to the leadership of Senator Lucas and others, and in the House. So, I mean, in the House, I think it was 56-39. So it's a really good example. Mayor Glover, did you have something?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I did want to acknowledge as a member of the Finance Committee, wanted to acknowledge the franchise player that we have in our Executive Director, Kevin Page. We go through a lot of information, and as you all know, a big part of the projects that we have and that we're completing now is because of the leadership that comes from our Executive Director. And I can share with you, being a part of that Finance Committee, you learn a lot about how good the coach over here is in negotiating and working through the processes with his team and really putting in the work. So on behalf of the Finance Committee and hopefully the whole body, I want to recognize your stellar performance and wish you continued success in what you do.
Anyone else? If not, meeting is adjourned.